Evening time, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome back to the show. Tommy Williams right here. Or should I say Mingo? I don't even know what to say. I got an old friend of mine on here, Spence, Anthony Spence, and a couple of his buddies, and they've got a business going, and I'm just been excited all day long thinking about showtime. So welcome, Paul. Welcome, Patrick. Welcome, Anthony, to the show.
Good evening. Glad to
Welcome,
be here,
Mingo.
man.
Good evening.
All
Thank you.
right, all right. Now, so this evening, everybody, we're going to be talking about. Let me see. This evening we're going to be discussing some things. Health, mental health is serious. This pandemic is definitely it's necessary that everybody stay connected. That we learn all the time. I think education, the process is continuous, and I'm learning. And this evening we have a subject that it's been controversial. I know there's been controversy about it. And I also know that that we as a people need help. So it's exciting because often you find that medicines and people reach out to doctors and physicians, and they're prescribed over-the-counter medications or topical medications and creams and things for pain and whatever have you. But these fellas have explored and found another way to get help. So I'm going to let them go ahead and take the floor on this. Anybody want to take the lead and talk about what we're doing tonight?
Yes, I'll take the lead.
Okay.
Essentially, we saw that there was a market that had been untapped in the world of CBD. So myself and a partner, and then our consultants, both Paul and Patrick, we looked into how we could bring those benefits to different communities that was not well versed in CBD and the medicinal benefits of it. So again, like as I stated, my partner of 30 plus years, who's also a Virginia State Trojan, we decided to venture down this road of CBD over a year ago. We started Memorial Day of last year, or Memorial Weekend. When we started out, we visited the farm as well as the lab, both located in the Virginia area. And of course, we wanted to deliver high purity plant-based products and promote high standards with good practice, basically from seed to shelf. And by meeting the farm and the lab, we knew that we could do it with the group that we had established. So we began work on putting our product together, formulating a business, our efforts as to how we would attack and bring and promote our product to the communities that were being underserved. We, of course, being a 3-time cancer survivor myself, I'm keenly aware of like the importance of having a holistic or having holistic options. So of course, and CBD is one of them. Basically, giving people an alternative from the more highly addictive pain medications or prescribed medications. And this is a natural product. So myself, Paul, and Lavelle, we introduced Infinity CBD, distributed by our company Omega Wellness, out of Florida with a fulfillment center in Georgia. And so we have something that we think is a great product. We have received great feedback on the product from our initial trial stages up until now, even doing since we launched early November of last year. So we're looking, forward to introducing ourselves to various communities, to specifically communities of color, because we want to educate those communities on the benefits of CBD and kind of dispel some of the misnomers about, is it marijuana? Even though it's a close cousin, hemp is a close cousin to marijuana, they're totally different. One has a psychoactive component where it gets you quote unquote high, and with CBD there or hemp, there are traces found in our product of THC, but in order for it to be legal, it has to be less than 0.3% of THC, which all of our products are, and which can be verified and confirmed by the certificate of analyses that can be found on our website with each batch of our products. So we look forward, and we appreciate the opportunity that you have provided with us, Tommy, on this platform to, at least get the word out that we're here, and we would like to serve some of your constituents and introduce our product, Infinity CBD.
Absolutely. Apple Crescent, thank you very much. She says, congrats on overcoming cancer, huge accomplishment. Yeah. So it's very nice having you fellows on. I know that, holistic, a lot of people don't want to take, pop pills and things like that. A lot of people of color, are apprehensive, and even there may be a little reluctance on seeing a doctor. That's just, research based for years. We through the years, I think, culturally, we hear of, remedies, home remedies and things, and we lean on that. But it's nice to have, the research done for us and the path already laid out so that we could find another alternate means instead of taking these things, because a lot of those things that are out there, they have their, the symptoms that follow so many of these medications are horrid, and then naturally, as you get older, then you have to maybe take another type of medicine, and it might counteract, something that you're trying to do. Instead of getting better, you're getting worse, or you're finding yourself deteriorating in some aspects of your life.
Absolutely. And Tommy, if I may, our consultant, Paul Rivers, he's actually a PharmD, and I'm sure he can elaborate on some of those things as it relates to prescription medications.
Fantastic.
Right. And especially when we start talking about mental health, that is actually one of the most promising utilizations for CBD according to the early research. And I think, the medical community at this point is at a let's wait and get all of the facts before, we can say it's definitely a route for this or that. So at this point, I think the most benefit comes from the way that we're using it as supplements now. I think that's one of the most common ways to get CBD. And then, as far as stuff like mental acuity and just kind of using it as a supplement to kind of, keep yourself level. Mental health is developing a use for it as the literature comes out more and more.
Gotcha. Yeah. So how long do the effects last? Or, is it something that you would do on a daily basis, or when you would experience pain? Because I know you said that it's primarily for pain. Is that correct?
Well, that is one of the uses. It's actually a really good natural anti-inflammatory and a sedative, and that's really the basis for a lot of the mental illness use right now. Is the sedation that you can get for conditions like PTSD, anxiety. They're even finding uses for it in opioid dependency. Again, you can't put a definitive amount of cure for each use because it's in a supplement form right now, and they haven't really developed prescription regimens around it just yet. And so a lot of the prescribers that are using it early on are finding good success using it for ADHD and pediatrics as a sedative, as a anti-anxiety, natural anti-anxiety and a natural sedative. And that's really the basis of the use in mental illness right now, until more literature comes out to give it a definitive role elsewhere. That's primarily how the prescribers are using it now, as for the sedative and the anti-anxiety properties.
Mm-hmm. How long has CBD been around? How long has it been around?
It became legal in all 50 states in 2018. They passed the Farm Bill, and the reason being, again, just to kind of clarify a little bit further, CBD versus THC. Both of those are one of about approximately 115 different cannabinoids that are found in the cannabis plant. CBD itself does not have any psychoactive properties like THC does, like Spence said earlier, but it can be derived from the hemp plant or the cannabis plant or the marijuana plant. And it's only legal in the States when it's derived from the hemp plant. And so all of our products are, but it became legal in 2018. And that's when it became widely used in supplements like gummy bears. You start to see tinctures, sedatives, sleep aids, anti-anxiety type natural remedies. And that's really been the predominant use for it in the supplement market in the States thus far. But it's been around since 2018 legally. Now, before that, it's been around a lot longer than that, but it became legal in 2018 with the Farm Bill.
Yeah. Now, I saw here sedation. You had mentioned, and I know a lot of times pets even getting anxious and anxiety and things. Do they have a line for pets as well?
That's also a pretty, and Pat is also one of our CB. So chime in when you want to. He's probably as far as the some of those alternate uses for it. But as far as for pets, sedation around pets, that is a common use now. It's starting to gain a lot of momentum with vets. You get anxious, anxious pets. Sometimes, active bladders when in anxious states, and they'll use it to kind of alleviate those types of problems. So yeah, it's definitely being used by veterinarians doing animals. Very common.
Very good. Yeah, because health goes all across the planet, with all species. So, it's important that that we have our options out there. So that's interesting. So now, where's your market target? Where can we find your products? Or how can people get a hold of them? We have a platform. When I first started this platform, I had COVID. And this was back in 2020, around October of 2020, right around that time. Then I lost my mother. And so, and when I got on this channel, when I started this platform, so many people were influential on how to recover, how to cope with the loss of the matriarch of the family. And that was a big loss. And along with them assisting me and comforting me, I got a chance to know the channel. And I also look at the demographics. So I know that there's a lot of people who suffer with a lot of ailments, a lot of people who are bedridden, a lot of my viewers, a lot of people who are they're shut-ins and they're dealing with things. A lot of people can't get a hold of medication. So it's can they go online to reach out to you all and websites and things? I have Apple Crescent. You ready to do any typing? I have my one of my viewers. She's in Australia. She's lightning fast with her typing, and she does put up all the information. So, you fellas, why don't you tell us how we can contact websites and things like that? I'm going to actually try to while you do that. I'm going to try to pull up the website myself and see if we can play some things.
The website is shopinfinitycbd.com, and we are at this point, again, we're new to the market, but we're primarily e-commerce. So we do, expect to, we're developing relationships with medical providers as well as, retail outlets now. But shopinfinitycbd.com is where they can find us. We definitely have information regarding the background of the company. We highlight a lot of the strengths we feel in our processing that makes us different than than a lot of the brands out there. So shopinfinitycbd.com is where they can find out all about us and all of our products.
Yeah. And currently also, I'm in Richmond, Virginia. I have a massage business, and I currently carry some of the products there. So if there's anybody who is in the Richmond, Virginia area, I normally will keep a few products on hand in the studio. Should they not want to wait on shipping, I'll have them here as well.
Fantastic. So I have shopinfinitycbd.com. I tried to pull up the website. I don't know if I believe you all have a share. Is there a share feature on your side where you can share? Because I can't, for some reason it's not opening up on my
I don't see it on my phone. You see it on your laptop, Paul?
No, I don't.
You don't
I don't
see it?
see a share.
Okay.
Cam, Mike, chat, and leave, which I'm not going to do.
All right.
Yeah. Another one of our priorities on the website too is not just to introduce people to the products, which we are definitely proud to offer because of where those products are, but we definitely have a strong commitment, like Spence said earlier, just to kind of educate people, because a lot of the points you were making earlier about the mistrust of CBD versus marijuana, exactly. What are the uses for CBD? A lot of that just kind of comes from, people not maybe having a full grasp of just what it is, what those benefits are. And so, one of our main objectives is to just highlight that information so that people can, walk away with an informed knowledge base where they can make good decisions on which products make sense for them to use, so that they're not just out there spending money. They're actually spending money on products that will be beneficial to them, not just the CBD, the different routes, the benefits of this route of, using a tincture versus a gummy bear, the questions you alluded to were how long will those effects last? How long will it take them to kick in? All of those questions are, kind of affected by the route and the quality of the product that you use. And so people need to be educated on how to differentiate, good products versus something that's not so good. And then, be able to make, strong consumer purchases based off of that. And so that's one of our main objectives. We lost you there for a second, Anthony. The mic is gone.
Yeah, the internet connection for the last 2 days been kind of going up and down. So today is acting really weird. But Patrick, you want to elaborate or elaborate on what Paul just stated?
No, I think he hit it right on the point. Well, I will add one thing is that on the site, a lot of the things that he mentioned, we tried to lay out very properly so that people could go back and forth and read those sections and not just hear about it,
right.
But read about it for themselves, what
Right.
we have, what we're doing, where it came from, and the standards that we hold to the product.
Right.
And that's very important, especially I feel within the Black community, not only having a solid product, but being able to trust the people that you purchase your products from, and getting the correct information.
Now, with the information, can people get consultations via the website on individual medical conditions? That's from one of our viewers.
As far as individual consultation, we are not medical providers, so we can consult around the benefits of CBD, the benefits of routes of administration versus other ones. We definitely would welcome any type of engagement, any questions. We do have a section on the website where they can send us questions that we can get back to. We will actually be doing periodic blogs with medical, anytime any type of medical developments come around CBD uses, new discoveries, new applications. We'll definitely be updating the website just to kind of keep people informed along those lines. But send us questions regarding CBD use, those benefits, risk around that. But as far as medical conditions, that's that part, we would definitely recommend they reach out to their medical provider and kind of follow up with that. And if they have any questions on how CBD can play a role in that, we definitely welcome any type of engagement around that.
Fantastic. And I know they have a lot of times online. They have a lot of forums and things of people who are into different things. So I'm sure CBD has a forum. There's some forums that you can join to find out the benefits and whatnot, just in case.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Like I
Great.
said, a lot of the use now, as far as the medical conditions, is revolving around mental illness. Like I said, it's really one of those kind of just developing as we are watching it type of a deal. A
Hey,
lot of people are using it as a supplement and getting good results. We encourage that. But as far as the medical conditions, we're just kind of waiting to see exactly what the data says and kind of following the data, the data on the with CBD, just like the virus. I follow the data, follow the
yeah,
science.
yeah. So now you mentioned the farms. Now with the farms, do they have any hybrid CBD? Is there such thing as a hybrid CBDs? Like
Patrick,
with
you want to
There
address
are
that?
when you look as you look regarding cannabis or CBD, often you will find some of the companies using the term strains. And a lot of times those strains can be hybrids where they have combined two types of hemp plants or cannabis to get a specific result or a specific flavor. And so, yeah, and many times those things in those areas will be considered hybrids.
Gotcha.
And then you also have some who actually grow naturally in the fields, but then during maybe like the winter time, they may grow some of their hybrids in a greenhouse so that they can grow all year long. And then you have specific strains that are great for growing in the greenhouse and some that are great for growing outside.
Do you need a card to purchase CBD?
You do
No,
not.
CBD is legal in all 50 states, so it's without a prescription. You don't need a cannabis card or anything. And the reason being is because it does not have any psychoactive properties. That's the reason. That was the basis for it becoming legal in 2018, is that it didn't have any psychoactive properties at all. And as a result of that, you can buy it in all 50 states without a card, without a prescription, just like a regular supplement that vitamin C,
Yeah.
supplement.
Because that's the thing, and I guess that really goes back to any type of symptoms and things. You want to target. You want it at the bottom line is you want it to work. You want it to
Right.
repair or at least thwart off the pain or discomfort or whatever you're going through. So
Right.
I think that you want it to so that's the point, and I think that that's a good thing. I've heard a lot about CBD over the past year or so, and it's really popular. It's getting even more popular because a lot of times people, like I said, a lot of people, and then it's not just, it's all cultures. I think it's just, people are a little apprehensive. Now here we go with the pandemic. And so, we're already getting shots, boosters and everything else. And we don't know what's going to happen. 3 heads, 5 heads, 10 more toes. We have no idea what's going to happen down the line. We're relying on chemists. But I think that, CBD, it sounds like it's the natural way to go.
Right. And again, it's speaking from a pharmacist standpoint, most medications have botanical origins, the active ingredient at least, so it's not a stretch to imagine, plants, organic having medicinal use, and so that's not a abstract thought. So definitely there are uses around it. And the questions with CBD in particular is just becoming educated on how it can benefit your particular case, what ways are best effective to get maximum results from that, and lean into what Pat says, it's really about quality, with just, your mention of you can get it anywhere now, and that's part of the problem. You can get it anywhere from anybody, and really it becomes about being educated on how to differentiate a quality product versus just something people are putting out there because it's a hot topic. And that's really where I think our commitment to educating people that shop with us, so that you're not just buying something and you wouldn't know our product from Sam on why it's so much better. You can walk away from a purchase on our website feeling good because you understand why it's going to be beneficial, and you can know what to expect from it. And, again, as a supplement, you get it home, you give it a shot, and you can titrate it up to an effective range for you. But it really evolves around knowing what you're getting and why you're getting it. And so we're committed to kind of highlighting those key points for people as they engage with us via social media, the website. Questions, please send them to us. We love to answer questions, man. That's part of what drives us, is educating our community about the benefits of this wonderful property, this wonderful plant.
And speaking of social media, if I may, we can be followed on Instagram at InfinityCBD_USA. And we can also be followed on Facebook at Shop Infinity CBD.
Now, did you all see the private chat button where you could?
I sent a couple of things to you.
Oh, okay. All right, good. So I'll check it out. And now I can get links from the private chat. So maybe I can, if you share the website on the private chat, I'm not able to open up the no problem. I'm not able to open it. Yeah, because I'm not able to open up my my internet, my thing here. Let me try to go over here. Let's see if I can find. Okay.
I just shared it.
All right, fantastic. So, folks, coming up right now is going to be the link where you could find the products on Instagram and information on Instagram. Let me see if I can. Let me get Paul back up. He just popped back in.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure our current product offerings. I believe we have a total of 9 products presently, with our most highly sought after honey, one natural, one a lemon drop, and the other is the olive oil, which is nicely complemented by some spices that we had. We worked with a vendor on coordinating 3 nice blends to complement our olive oil. And we also soon will be offering gummies as well as pre-rolls and flour.
Oh, wow.
And Patrick may be able to touch a little bit on that, of what to possibly expect with regards to the different strands that we may offer, or how many we may be looking to offer.
Well, actually, I will. Let me go back a little bit too, Tommy. Okay. We have to one of the things in terms of us in this line or in this field is to dispel the myth and the stigmas regarding cannabis, which marijuana, the term is used, but it was a term that was used negatively that they later used to incarcerate us. Cannabis itself is a natural plant. When you look at that plant, there's a part of it. I think it was either Spencer Paul that mentioned earlier the hemp being the cousin. Is actually a part of the cannabis plant, but that part of the plant has higher levels of CBD than the quote unquote cannabis or marijuana side of the plant. So CBD in itself is one, I think Paul mentioned, one out of about 115 or so what they consider or call cannabinoids. So when you look at the hemp plant, it has high CBD, low levels of THC. If you look at the cannabis plant, it has lower limits of CBD, but higher levels of THC, which is the chemical of the plant that gets you high. But we have to get away from just seeing our people and others looking at it and putting that stigma attached to it, because all that we know is somebody smoking this joint on the corner. In all actuality, there's health benefits to it, but the problem is they may not be using it in the right way. The plant in itself is a good plant, but it's just like everything else, it can be abused. So you have to find out, what is the purpose for this plant? How should I use it? Should this part of the plant be smoked? Should it be steeped into a tea? Should it be put into an oil and taken by drops by the mouth? Should it be put in a honey like we have, or a gummy? So there's several types of ways, or a lot of different ways to intake, whether it's cannabis or hemp. But many times, if you're looking at someone who's on the street corner, they're just getting it from anybody, and they have no proper way of knowing how to use that product. So in terms of what Spence was mentioning, we are looking at coming out with one or a few strains of hemp flower. I won't comment on what those names are and those things yet, and because we're actually in a phase of testing and sampling before we make a decision. But one of the reasons in doing that is because with the hemp flower, for those that prefer smoking, they can actually get the same benefits as they would from the cannabis plant, whether they're smoking for anxiety, pain, inflammation, without getting the high. So that's going to be a major difference. You'll be able to utilize the product in the way that you're used to using it without having to worry about going to work high or going out in public high. And I will say, as African people in this day and time, we need to be aware or have an aware mind state in every place that we walk and every place that we go. This is not the time to be out and have no cognizance of where you are, or being able to defend yourself if you have to. Mm-hmm. But the hemp plant in itself, in terms of us offering that, that's one of the reasons that we're doing that, is that they'll be able to get the same benefits. It'll come in a loose leaf flower if they prefer to roll it themselves. We'll also get it in a pre-rolled format. It will already come rolled for them. If they want the loose flower and they want to steep it in an oil to use as a tea or a tincture, they'll be able to do that as well.
And that just kind of comes down to really what we were talking about earlier, about just being educated on the benefits of how to use it effectively. Because, for instance, one of the reasons you might want to smoke it, if you're using it for something like anxiety, smoking it is one of the fastest routes to get those anti-anxiety type of effects. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling really stressed out and you need to calm down relatively quick, smoking might be one of the most effective ways to do that, because of how fast the onset of those actions versus somebody who just wants to take it as a sleep aid. You can take a gummy bear, 30, 45 minutes before you want to go to sleep. So by the time, you're ready to go to sleep, you're starting to feel those effects. So all of that just comes from having a good sound knowledge base on what am I using it for, and what are the best routes for me to utilize in order to get the most effects from it. And that kind of leads to what we were talking about, and that bridges to what Pat was just highlighting for us.
Gotcha. Yeah, I had some questions from Australia, and they were concerned because they don't have it. They're looking at she said that the boards, the government was close to passing it, but it hasn't been approved yet. Let me see what the comment is here. Let me see if I can pull it up. Here it is. I know she's affiliated with the government and things in Australia, so she was going to try to, get some information over and find out. She's very informative. Question. So is there a way? Do you do anything overseas, or do
right now we do not. Again, each municipality is going to kind of decide what is legal and not legal there, and a lot of those decisions are medical. And like I said, we're still in the very, very early stages of medical research around CBD. And in the United States, the acceptance of CBD as a legal supplement was more related to the safety and that it doesn't get you high, more so than we have a clear definition of what it does. You know what I mean?
They
So
just want to make sure it doesn't pose any threat.
exactly.
First.
And so,
and then you can go about the research and development.
right. And so that's where we are in the States. You know,
Very good.
we feel pretty good that it's safe, but the research is, you know, a lot of the hard work of the research is still underway. And I would imagine in places like Australia, it's going to be that same hurdle. So, you know, the medical community is good at sharing information. So any, you know, credible medical studies here in the States will be readily available to scientists in Australia as well. So, you know, definitely have her just kind of not just our website, but, you know, there are plenty of, you know, solid research websites you know, regarding this research around CBD and where we are with that. So, but
Susan,
we'll be happy to share with her.
Yeah, I have a Susan Thomas says most of the time I'm in so much pain I can't move, and so CBD would probably be a good thing or something worth researching for you as well, Suzanne.
Yeah.
And we do have the information on board. I'm gonna go ahead and put that up again.
And Tom, I want to urge some of your viewers to
Yes.
also, if they visit, when they visit our site, to make sure that they subscribe to our site, because when we, for discounts, for newsletters, all types of information that we will be sending out going forward, we want our consumers to be as knowledgeable as possible. We don't bombard you with emails or anything of that nature, but we do want you to subscribe so that when we have updates that we would like to share, we can do so.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, certainly it was great having you fellas on this evening. You definitely left us with a lot of information, a lot to talk about. I've had some viewers talk about CBD in the past. Not on the platform, but just kind of, through chat. They're taking medications, and I've seen CBD before. The acronym CBD. Now I heard, Patrick, I heard you mention cannabis. What does it stand for? Cannabinoid.
Cannabinoid.
Cannabinoid. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Pat.
Okay, that's what it stands for.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Good stuff. Yeah, well, education is powerful. I'm trying to tell you, folks. And so, a closed mouth doesn't get fed. So, we've been fed a lot tonight. We're gonna definitely be talking about this even, well beyond our show this evening. I thank you so much. I will definitely stay in close communication with you, Spence. And I'll continuously, I wrote down all the links and things, so I'll continuously put them up throughout our lives in the future as well. I want to wish you fellas all the best, and as you all grow, which I'm sure you will, circle back and let us be of further assistance as well. And what we'll do down the line, what my flyer maker out in Ohio, he's not doing well. He's a little under the weather, so we weren't able to pretty much ramp things up. I know a lot of times when we're on live, we don't get the numbers that we're really looking for. But what'll happen is over the night, and throughout the weekend and things, people will look at this video, and then the views will come in, and we'll share it out, and it'll do exactly what we intend on it doing, which is to get it out for the people and give them some information. And again, just Tommy, like yes.
And perfect. If there's any information or any further things you would like from me, whether it be logos or anything of that nature, feel free to reach out.
I certainly will. Yeah, because again, I want to. Once I get this site, if you don't mind, once I am able to pull up the site, I want to go through the website with the viewers. And then we could kind of look at things together, and we could kind of talk about stuff. And then I'll have my pad out, which I generally do, and I'll write down questions. And
good.
Time you come on, we'll have some more, targeted information where we want to try to specifically ask you about. Okay?
That's exactly what we want, man. Because ultimately, our goal is not just to have you buy it. Our ultimate goal is to have it benefit you, and and that really takes, a good understanding for you to know what are you looking for, what uses are going to apply to you. And so we're all on board for engaging with anybody that wants to reach out to us. We're here for you.
And we're here to serve all communities.
Fantastic. That's right. Okay. Well, thank you again, gentlemen, for coming on the show. Appreciate it. We'll definitely make sure we stay in touch.
All right, Louise.
All right.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
All right, and hopefully,
hopefully
I don't have to wait to see you up on the yard the next time, Spence. Let's
No, you won't.
here, man.
You won't. And well, let me ask you, and tell me you won't. And did you share with my two consultants who your sister is?
Oh yeah, Wendy. Yep. Wendy
Oh
Williams.
wow.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, so a lot goes on this channel, So fellas, if you don't mind, if you don't mind,
it must run in the family, man. Look at that, man.
we like talking, man. We like talking, man.
I bet, man. That's pretty cool, man. That's a pretty good legacy to have, man. That's all right.
Thanks so much.
We're in good company.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. All right. You all have a great night, fellas.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
Thank you.
All the best. Okay. And then there's me. All right. So thanks everybody for coming on. I've been seeing the messages along the way. Very much of a positive space right here. I had a blast giving information, having, I'm so proud. It's great. My alma mater, we have some really, really fantastic people coming out of Virginia State. And I'm real proud of those guys, to be able to work cohesively and investigate something so necessary as medicine, and it takes there's a need. First you have to have a need, and then you have to have the desire to want to make the change. So I think that's fantastic. We're all battling, we're all fighting, we're all going through so much. And then to have these fellas be able to take time out. And that's exactly what I'm here for. So, I mean, it's great. Yeah, it's great having a sister who's a celebrity and all like that. That's fantastic. But you know what? It's as an individual, I just have the desire to want to help. So regardless as to, and I think, and you don't have to have a certain type of platform in order to help somebody. Helping is just doing just that, taking time out for somebody else besides yourself to assist them in some way. And I feel like we did that tonight, and I want to do that each night. And so I did speak with, I think Louise, we were chatting last night via text, and you were asking, I was telling you I want to go in a different direction, and in a similar direction to where I've been. It's just having people on. I want to get back to having people come on the show. I want to be able to talk about, what they're up to, what they're doing, how they're trying to, create a business or whatever anybody. And I'm speaking to you all. You know who I'm talking to. You small business owners who've been trying to put some things together, have good heart, good natured people, and just trying to figure out, why isn't it going the way I planned? How am I going to let all these people, I know this is a great product or service. How am I going to get it out there? And this is how you do it, folks. I don't have the biggest platform, and nor am I trying to get the biggest platform. I just want it to be organic. I just want real people around me at all times, if I may. And I noticed the trollers coming through, the people coming on through and making the comments and stuff. It's not a problem. I think I bumped one out because I just felt like I had to do it. But for the most part, people are here, and people who are trolling and people who are going through things and trying to tear down somebody else. Well, that might be a little problem as well. A lot of times you have to be introspective to yourselves. and to spend time on the attack instead of here's some information coming at you. This is information that maybe you might not be able to utilize, but maybe somebody in your family, maybe somebody's going through some pain. So try to open up when you come into this channel here, this platform. Rest assured that first of all, there's nothing you could tear down because I'm not going anywhere. All right. There's no words that can take me out. There's no words that can ruffle my feathers. I think I've heard just about the worst, over the course of the year. So I'm here. The people who are the viewers are here, so they're not getting swayed. And then furthermore, the people who are coming on the platform, they're here to build. So, we're a construction team, not a destruction team. So please come in into the space with fair game. And if you can't, and if you don't know how to do it, then just keep on coming back, and we'll show you the way, folks. We'll show you the way. I'm glad that you all decided to come on the show. For those people just coming in, we had Spence, Paul, Patrick, and myself. We had a discussion about CBD and some of the nuances about the I guess we could say the drug, because it is a drug. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's legal. And so we learned some information about it. You can feel free to go back and just run it back and hear what the gentlemen were speaking about and all the different information that they had given us. Yes, Suzanne. Susan, you see her, I'm trying to say Suzanne or Susan, and you said both. Now you did say both the other night, and I remember, so I agree with you. I think that's fantastic. I agree with Louise as well. Negative vibes. That's good. And haters are our motivators. Yes, exactly. I saw that you all were very busy moderators, and I thank you so much for all that you do. Yeah. And Louise, like I said, we're still going to be the fun group that likes to have fun. As a matter of fact, I've had somebody backstage trying to come on up for a moment, and they might have pulled away. That's okay. I was thinking about reopening the feed because what I like to do now is, and this is just me getting my feet, wet all over again, because, it's been a while since I've done platforms consistently. I mean, occasionally I do have somebody on and we'll conversate, and I'll do a little interview type of conversation or whatever have you. But I'm going to be doing it more frequently. And then what I'm going to do is, now you see that we were only on for maybe about 35, 40 minutes with the fellas. And that's pretty much going to be my time for doing a show and speaking with somebody else and having them on a platform. I don't want to belabor it. I don't want to bore anybody, and I don't want to have the people, on for too long. I think sometimes less is more. We just want to get that seed planted. And, naturally, anybody who comes on here is deemed a Tommy Cat, and they're free to come on back. All they need to do is just let me know when, and let's set it up, get you back. So again, I want to thank those our guests for coming on this evening. We're to do this just for tonight. Now, generally, I will close the platform and then I'll reopen it. I kind of want to do that. I'm kicking around the thought of, taking it to another level and having it to be kind of, kyak and laughs and stuff like that. But we are going to be sharing these videos out as well, and I want to make sure that whoever comes on has as close to a professional video as possible, just in case they want to put this on websites and things like these fellas. I believe that's what they want to do, which is a good idea. Okay, so I'm gonna special guest in the backdrop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and shut this one down, and then I'm going to reopen right now a new video, and we'll go on there just for a little while. Okay. And I'm going to open it up probably in about, if you can give me 10 minutes, which will be 9:10, something like that. I'll set it up, and then we'll come on and we'll have little, time for, some laughs and stuff, and push around some stuff and everything like that. Okay. So if you want to come on back, feel free, everybody. I'll be here. All right. So I'll see you in about 10 minutes. Thanks. Take care. God bless. For those people who aren't able to make it back, have a wonderful night and have a wonderful day tomorrow. Thank you for coming through. Make sure you mask up, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. But everybody else, I'll see you in 9 minutes and 42 seconds.